I just laughed because the video that we have has snow on the
snow
ground,
on the
and it could actually be a bit of a forecast there.
We could have some flakes falling. It's a good transition to the potential for flakes heading our way as we get later into the week. We're really going to watch later Wednesday, Thursday, and into Friday for that weather impact alert that we've got going on. Potential for snow is there, particularly on Thursday. We could also have some mix depending on how our temperatures play out. Cold and wind definitely seem to be a guarantee. We still have some questions as far as precipitation type, intensity, any accumulations, all of that. So we're going to be keeping a very close eye on things as we go through the rest of the week here and just kind of see how the system really comes together as it heads our way and kind of settles in for that latter part of the week. So far today, we've had a lot of cloud cover still lingering, very few breaks in the clouds. I caught just a little sliver of sky trying to peek out from the clouds on the way in today. We would take some sunshine. Doesn't look like that's going to be the case for us, though. We've got just some light showers off to our southwest. We'll see the chance for a couple of showers as we go through later this evening, overnight. That's not the big concern that we have for the rest of the week, though. Anything we see tonight is going to be fairly minimal. We've got this very large system developing through the plains. This is going to continue its progression off to the north and really kind of deepen, and it's going to pull in some colder air. So as it moves north, it's going to interact with some frigid temperatures. Notice 54 for Bismarck, 32 back towards Billings. That colder air is brewing. So it's going to grab some of that cold air as it develops and pull that cold air our way as it moves our way for the latter part of the week. We'll have a chance for showers tomorrow, another chance for showers on Wednesday, and then as this settles in, it's going to bring in that colder air for Thursday. So cold, windy, definitely going to be the case for Thursday. Biggest question for Thursday is exactly where the placement ends up for this, and therefore where the heaviest precipitation ends up. This run is putting that just off to our northwest across Michigan, northwest Ohio, and into northern Indiana. The models have been having a lot of variety as to exactly where that placement is. So that's what we're going to watch as we get into Thursday. That's going to determine our exact chances. But it's certainly going to be cold enough on Thursday that whatever we have falling could potentially be in the form of some very wet snow. We're not expecting monster fluffy snow that's going to have some heavy totals, but enough that you're going to notice some of those flakes flying if that ends up being the case. For tonight, just chance for a brief shower. Otherwise, it's going to be fairly mild out. Temperatures only dropping back to about 50 degrees. National Design Mart hour by hour forecast. As we get into tomorrow, if you're up early out the door, you should be good to go. Later in the morning, though, we're going to have a rain arriving, maybe a brief rumble of thunder, a couple heavier downpours if you're off to the west. This is going to arrive through the late morning hours, really kind of stick around through at least lunchtime and then move out. We could have some winds gusting over 20 miles per hour as that moves out into the afternoon. Fingers crossed, maybe a brief break in the clouds before we get to sunset. Temperatures not bad tomorrow. We'll top out low 60s for many areas. As we get into Wednesday, that's when we're going to watch for that real activity to arrive. Looking dry to start the day on Wednesday. It's late afternoon, and as we head into the evening, we have our next round of rain moving in, and behind that, a big drop in temperatures. The wind is going to kick in, and the wind will be sticking around for the next few days after that. So again, we're going to have that weather impact alert later Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Thursday, we're going to watch where that precipitation does set up. The cold and the wind seem to be a guarantee at this point. Friday, chance for some mix there as temperatures try to moderate a little bit. Then we're getting back into the 40s and 50s into early next week.
All right, Jess, thank you very much.